six. I mean, there's been a lot of things that we've contributed to that has made it difficult. So I think the big thing is being positive about how you're going to execute and stay focused and not be distracted by all the external factors or the noise surrounding the game. But when the game starts, be able to, get in there and play one play at a time and do your job well. And, that's the challenge. And that's what we've got to be able to do. You always have to respect the competitive character of the players whether they have to make stops at the end of the game or, we have to move the ball at the end of the game, whether it's to take the air out of it or, score. So these experiences are always beneficial, I think. And certainly we've had our share of them this year. But I think the focus is, to keep players playing one play at a time and not look at the scoreboard. And maybe that helps you execute, down the stretch a little better.
All right, welcome in. It is the Tuesday edition. Jay Barker Show here live from AVX and Thanksgiving week. As we continue, we'll be here today. We're off tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, back on Friday. Getting you ready for the big weekend, Iron Bowl, and all the other big games coming up this weekend as well. So we'll be back Friday after today, but we got a good show lined up for you. We got Mark Ingram, AD of UAB, is going to join us here in studio in about, 45 minutes to an hour. We'll talk about their matchup coming up against UTEP on Friday, a 1 p.m. kickoff start. Also coming in with us, we got dealing with prevention and all the things that go around addiction prevention in our state, in our area. Anna Harris will be with us for that, and look forward to visiting with her in the 1 o'clock hour. So we've got a lot to get into. Last night's game, as well as Heisman Watch, who's in the lead now, as we look at Stroud move into that number one kind of spot as far as the odds. And where right now, I think Stroud and Bryce Young pretty much the leaders, moving ahead of everybody else out in front in a big way. We are presented by Top Golf of Birmingham. Go see Mark Grenier and all the great folks at Top Golf during this holiday season. If you get a chance, you'll absolutely love it. The food, the drinks, just the fun you'll find at Top Golf. Also driven by Sunny King Ford on the sunny side of the street. All the great folks there, Tony Russell and all the guys there at Sunny King Ford. Go by and check them out on the sunny side of the street. Matt Coulter in studio with me here at AVX down at our flagship station. We've got Lars Anderson joining us there, Mr. Professor today, as he does each and every Tuesday and before they take off for a break as well down at Tuscaloosa. But Matt, how are you, my man? Doing well today?
I'm great. Can we audit one of Lars's classes?
Absolutely.
Isn't that what they call it when you just go sit in and
you
don't really get a grade or anything, but you get the benefit of the absolute wit and wisdom of Lars Anderson? Can we do that, Lars?
Absolutely. And Jay's talked to my classes several times. I mean, even going back to his previous life at a different radio station. I brought the kids in there a few times. And yeah, Jay's been great. You've been very generous with your time with the students. But the Tuesday before Thanksgiving,
they were at America's First Credit Union with us one time. They came down and watched. Yeah, came down and watched the show.
That's
and then,
awesome.
Yeah, and then like doing a remote, and they walked. That's where it was, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was America's First.
Yeah.
Isn't that where Chance is?
What's that?
The guy, their CR guy.
Oh yeah.
Chance Beard.
Yeah,
he's just awesome.
Yeah.
But the Tuesday before Thanksgiving is tough because just even since I've been teaching at Alabama, and this is my 8th year of being on faculty, the dynamic of the student body has changed so much where the majority of the students are from out of state. And so when I teach on Tuesday, I got a class at 3, then a class at 6. A lot of the kids are, I mean, can't blame them. They're traveling back to California, back to New York, back to New Jersey, back up to Chicago. So turnout probably won't be so great tonight, but yeah, Jay, I just want to just talk about CJ Stroud for a second, and just I went back and had a chance last night to watch the Ohio State Michigan State game, and he was just unbelievable. Going against a pretty good Michigan State defense, he was 32 of 35 for 432 and 6 touchdowns. And now for the season, and he's a freshman. He's got 3,468 yards passing, 36 touchdowns, five interceptions. and he'll have a big time audience this weekend when the Buckeyes go into Ann Arbor and play Michigan. Ohio State's an 8-point favorite, but I hate to say it for Bryce Young, but I think it's Stroud's to lose right now. If he has a big game against Michigan, I think it'll be very difficult for Young to overtake him. But what are you guys' thoughts? And I know and I believe I'm not a Heisman voter anymore, but I believe and maybe Josh can help me with this, that the votes aren't due until after the championship games, the conference championship games. So I believe that's correct. But so maybe Bryce Young would have a chance there to okay, yeah. So the votes aren't due till the 21st of December. So yeah, so in fact, they will have a chance. The voters will have a chance to analyze Stroud in the Big Ten championship game against Wisconsin if Ohio State should beat Michigan. If Ohio State loses to Michigan, Stroud's out. Bryce Young wins the Heisman. I would think. But I don't know.
December 21st seems late.
It seems later than I remember, but it is you are correct, Lars. It is after the championship game, and it has been that way for a few years. But I watched.
Normally the votes are due in that Sunday or that Monday,
and then close,
and then within a week or 2 weeks. I think then it's Army Navy, then the Heisman the next weekend. I think that's right, or maybe the same weekend. 21st seems late, right there around Christmas. I don't ever remember it being that late.
No,
they may have changed it.
Nor do I. But I watched the Ohio State game, and I agree with what Lars is saying.
Sorry.
But I still shrug my shoulders and go, really, how can that be? Bryce was the leading candidate going in. He sets an all-time passing record at Alabama, a school that's known for its quarterbacks, especially as of late. And then somehow he's behind. And that's a little different. But one thing I noticed about Stroud is when he throws a deep ball, like 40 yards, it's still a perfect, tight spiral and right on the numbers.
Yeah, and so they both throw a great ball. Looking at their numbers, you brought it as far as passing yardage, all that, touchdowns, 36 touchdowns and 5 interceptions right now, 186.7 quarterback rating, 71.1 completion percentage. All right, Bryce Young, he has more yardage at 3,500. He has 38 touchdowns and just 3 interceptions. He has 186.0, so he's less. And then 71.7%, the same number in completion, which is pretty amazing. All right, the only thing I would say about this is that I don't remember a time where Bryce Young threw 2 interceptions that really put Alabama in a tough spot like C.J. Stroud did against Nebraska. Against Nebraska, he throws 2 interceptions. Kicker has to save the day. That's how they end up winning that game.
Yeah.
So to me, that's one thing to point to when you look at the two in comparison. And also, C.J. Stroud right now, I mean, the guys he's throwing to, all 3 of those guys are going to be 1,000-yard pass catchers.
Like Alabama last year.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, you got to compare also those things and what he's been able to accomplish. So I wasn't surprised, Lars, based on the 6 touchdowns in this past weekend, how C.J. Stroud, how he played, but Stroud, excuse me, how he played, but also, Bryce played, had 5 touchdowns, 559 yards. So I thought, okay, that might balance it out. But Ohio State won so big, and everybody went, wow, look how they look offensive, look how explosive they are against this Michigan State team. That, to me, is what pushed them ahead in the voters' mind and I think in the odds minds right now as far as where he may be perceived. Yeah, I think if Bryce has a really good game against Auburn and wins that game against Georgia in the SEC title game, I think he's got a great shot at being back in that number 1 spot. He said yesterday in one of his posts, don't bet against me.
Yeah.
Lars, who played the better schedule.
So wait, let me just clarify something here. So the SEC championship game, Big Ten championship game, they're on Saturday, December 4th. Votes are due December 6th. So yes, it is after the championship games. So you're right. I mean, there's plenty of football to be played by both of these guys. And I would sort of rate the race right now as too close to call. And it's a 2-man race, and it's amazing. It's the first-year starting quarterbacks on 2 of the top 3 teams in the country, in my view.
No doubt about it. I mean, but you look at the Jackson kid, 1,132 yards, 6 touchdowns, receiver for Ohio State. Garrett Wilson, 939 yards, 11 touchdowns. Chris Olave, 848 yards, 13 touchdowns. So all those guys, 3 of them poised for 1,000-yard seasons. And, this is, you look back at, what happened last year with Mac, then Joe Burrow. Think about, he played with NFL all-pro talent Jamar Chase. He had Justin Jefferson, and big records and all that. So I'm not so sure that maybe that doesn't go into some of the thinking of the voters late. And again, he's just got to keep winning. He's got to keep winning and start, keep putting some numbers up. More importantly, just win. I mean, the Heisman is important. He's a true sophomore. Stroud's a true freshman, and he already a redshirt freshman. But you get a chance to see these guys for a long time, so that they've got a lot longer time, win championships, and you'll be remembered more for that than anything else.
Maybe now we know why Jamison Williams transferred. I mean, because it was a really crowded wide receiver room. Not that he was inferior to any of those guys, certainly not. But, there was a need at Alabama for a wide receiver, and I think he believed that he could be the number one wide receiver, and he's clearly emerged as the number one wide receiver. So a wise move. It would be interesting to get Jamison Williams' perspective on this, on who he thinks Heisman should go to. He'll obviously say Bryce Young, but it's too close to call, and everything is in front of both of these players.
All right, a lot more to get into with that, and also we want to get into on the other side. We were talking about Bo Nix.
Bo
earlier.
Bo knows. I don't know if it's Bo knows a controversial quote.
We'll get into that and much more coming up on the other side. Stay with us. We're live from AVX, the Jay Barker Show. Lars Anderson down at our flagship station, Tide 100.9 FM. A lot of you right now jump on board on BamaInsider, our YouTube channel. If you're out there listening to us on the network throughout the state of Alabama, down the Gulf Coast as well, we got 3 stations down there. We love having you on with us there as well. If you jump on board on the YouTube channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Also, post your comments. We'll get to some and more of those and some of your Thanksgiving comments as well. All right, we'll return. Stay with us. Hour number 1 here on this Tuesday edition of the Jay Barker Show, Iron Bowl week.
You're listening to the Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
Your home for Alabama Crimson Tide football. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Hi, welcome to Furniture Depot. And you, come on in.
Couches are flying off the floor at Cheyenne's Furniture Store.
Sarah, can you go over to dining, please?
She needs more sales associates before shoppers take their seats
Can
elsewhere.
somebody get me a price check on trundle beds?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
You know when you order a new video game, or a golf club, or a blender, and then it arrives at your door, you get a little thrill. Imagine how much more thrilling it is when you order a new car. With Nissan at home, you can shop for the perfect ride and order it without ever having to go anywhere. Sure beats a golf club or a blender. Buy a new car entirely online with Nissan at Home. Delivered direct from dealer to driveway. Thrill starts here. Services may vary at participating dealers, subject to applicable law. See dealer for details.
Velvety paper feel, exquisite colors, the stunning scale of a massive storefront banner. At Staples, we sweat the details and quality of every print project. It's what we call our Print Big Promise. We're not only committed to getting your print job right, we're committed to treating your small business like a big deal, to bringing your ideas to life and giving you guidance from start to finish. Stop by Staples today and try our Print Big Promise. You'll be glad you did. Staples, where small business prints big.
When others treat your fries as an afterthought, all you're left with are cold, soggy fries. That's why Wendy's new fries are ones you won't forget, guaranteed to be hot and crispy, or we'll replace them with natural cut skin-on fries, perfectly seasoned with a hint of sea salt. In fact, they're even preferred almost over McDonald's. These are fries so hot and crispy, they beg a new question.
What would you like with your fries?
Try them today, only at Wendy's.
Participating U.S. Wendy's. Taste preference based on a national taste test by an independent research company.
This is a national healthcare alert from the 24/7 Diabetic Health Hotline. If you, a family member, or a loved one has diabetes, listen closely. Now, regardless of your age, if you have insurance, you may qualify to receive diabetic testing supplies with little to no out-of-pocket cost. Get free delivery, free information, and all the paperwork is handled by our accredited suppliers for free. Call the 24/7 Diabetic Health Hotline now for details. Toll free at this number. But wait, there's more. If you call right now, you could get a meter upgrade. In addition, we'll give you a free pair of diabetic socks as our special gift to you. Regardless of your age, if you suffer with diabetes and have insurance, you may qualify to get free delivery of your supplies.
800-441-0419. 800-441-0419. 800-441-0419. That's 800-441-0419.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So it's about that time for an oil change? We've got what you need. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Castrol Edge Full Synthetic or Full Synthetic High Mileage and an STP Extended Life Oil Filter for just $31.99. And you can get it all fast, your way. Just order online with our free same-day store pickup or next-day delivery.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Start your job today at AutoZone.com. Restrictions apply.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
A cool afternoon with a sunny sky. The high today 57. Clear and cold again tonight, below 32. Tomorrow, sun with a high at 61. For Thanksgiving on Thursday, clouds gradually increasing. The chance of a few showers Thursday night, the high 62. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 54 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Local Realty, one of our great sponsors, and Jeremy and Jenna Miller, we've really enjoyed having them on, and just the job they do when it comes to helping you sell your home at Local Realty. You go to localrealtyflatfee.com, localrealtyflatfee.com, and find out more information about how they can help you not only save money but make money. It's a $2,900 flat fee up to a $500,000 listing. That's the beauty of this, and they realize the equity that you built in your home may be the biggest investment in your life, and they want you to keep the majority of that equity on the selling side. So that's why they do the flat fee instead of a percentage. It's going to save you thousands, if not tens of thousands for some of you out there as well. Again, 5-star rating on Zillow, sold thousands of homes in the Birmingham metro area. They're expanding to North and South Alabama as well. And just a great family, great team. Check them out, localrealtyflatfee.com. That's localrealtyflatfee.com for more information about Local Realty.
Jay Barker, whose schedule would you rather play, C.J. Stroud's or Bryce Young?
Probably C.J. Stroud's, just based on watching what Ohio State's been able to do over the years, even with other quarterbacks. It seems like for some reason, and I don't know if it's the camera angles or what, but those guys always seem wide open going down the field, and the ball is, floating through the air beautifully from all those guys. And again, it could be Ryan Day, it could be the design of the offense, the things they do. We've seen a little bit more of that in the SEC with some of the other coaches and the spread style of offense, but I would still choose to go against the Big Ten than the SEC players that you're going to face, not only on the outside at the corner position, safeties in the back end of a defense, but really what you're going to get from the rush side of it, even though I do think the Big Ten's gotten a lot better in those areas, especially with some of their elite teams.
Lars, putting Bryce's numbers up in the SEC or Young's or
well,
Stroud,
I have
brain fart.
I have obviously great respect for the Big Ten, and it's a different kind of they play a different kind of football in the Big Ten, and it's largely based on the weather, on playing in late October and November. But of course, you would rather have Ohio State's schedule than Alabama's. But guys, there is just a little bit of breaking news. I wanted to bring this up real quick that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are releasing Carson Tinker today, the long snapper, who obviously I would venture to say in the last, 20, 30 years, he's one of the most beloved Alabama players, simply because of the courage that he showed through the tornado and losing his girlfriend, Ashley. Harrison. But I just went and looked up, and what a career Carson has had. So you got to remember, he walked on at Alabama. He's from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and he's was a self-made player, long snapper, undrafted free agent, signs with Jacksonville, and over the course of he signed in 2013. He's made about $10 million in the NFL. And just what a career, what a great story, and going through again the tragedy of the tornado, and just wanted to bring that up. Hopefully this isn't the end of the road for him, but in the NFL, but if it is, just what a remarkable career and what a remarkable person Carson Tinker is, guys.
It's probably not. I mean, because you can long snap forever, and it's according to how long you want to play, pretty much, and teams are looking for guys of his caliber talent, guys that have that type of experience, that have been in those type of big games. I can't imagine that he's not going to get some looks, or at least go through the season, have an off season, get some more tryouts, and you have a chance with his kicker, long snappers. You can play for a long, long time in the NFL. Last night, 30-10. We didn't talk about this earlier. The Buccaneers beat New York, and the Buccaneers now improved to 7-3. New York is 3-7. Tom Brady, 30 of 46, Matt, 307 yards and 2 touchdowns. He did have the 1 interception, but ended up having a solid night last night. A big win, 30-10 over the New York Giants. And I'm telling you right now, the Giants offense just looks.
Oh my gosh,
it was hard to watch. It really was. Hey, I
don't know if Jason Garrett's going to survive.
Back on Tinker for just a second, Lars. I don't have the article. Say why it's kind of an odd time of the year after Monday Night Football. Did he? I don't remember him making a bad snap last night. Do y'all?
No. They're activating Scotty Miller, wide receiver, off of IR, and I believe they have another person that they can switch over to long snap. But if I remember correctly, Jay, I don't think he had one bad snap at Alabama. I could be wrong about that.
I can't remember one.
I certainly can't.
I'm sure he had one, but
I really don't know.
Nobody's perfect.
He may have been.
It was big.
But okay. So about last night's game, sticking with the Giants. So Judge is the head coach there. He's just in his second year, and the Giants keep firing coach after coach after coach after 2 years. I think the Mara family is probably going to stick with Judge for another season. But man, Gettleman, the GM, he's missed on so many draft picks. And this leads me to what I want to talk about is Daniel Jones, the quarterback. He just looked absolutely lost. And is it time to give up on Daniel Jones? I mean, I think he was picked, 6 overall, and out of Duke. And it wasn't like he was lighting it up at Duke. He was drafted that high on potential and performing well at the combine. And I know he's only 24 years old, but Jay, I mean, he doesn't look like a franchise type of quarterback to me. And he hasn't since he's been there.
I would say maybe I wouldn't give up on him. Number one, I think if you invested it, you believed in this kid, you believed that he could come in and make a difference. I think keep surrounding him. I think too, he watching them, and I think Peyton brought this up last night early in the game. He said, let's quit. Let's just do the R. Let's leave out the PO. Let's do the R, leave out the PO. No run pass option. Either run it or pass it. And he felt like that would be better for Daniel Jones, and that he's not that threat at running, even though he can run. Even though he fell down that one time. When you didn't he fall? He was the one that fell down, right? Yeah, kind of snagged up at about the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
So he can run, he can make plays, but that's just not his game. And I'll say this too. I mean, coming from Duke, did he play against the competition he's playing against now? The speed and the athleticism? No. But that's all right. He can grow into that. It just takes time. I just think NFL teams give up on quarterbacks way too early when they could develop them, give them time, give them that, whatever they need around them. And sometimes what they need around them, Lars, is they need a guy that like Mac Jones has in New England. Where you got a veteran that's sitting behind you, that's being able to teach you, talk to you, learn from, those type of things. He may have that in New York. I just don't know. But right now, 15 quarterbacks have started 35-plus games. There's a stat from NFL and CBS. since the start of 2019. No one has a lower passer rating than Daniel Jones has, 84.1. So that is it's not good to be leading in that category.
And since Dave,
I was watching the game last night.
Sorry, just real quick. Since Dave Gettleman took over as the general manager, the Giants are 18-40. Been outscored by 288. Been outscored 286 points. And look, Saquon Barkley. I think it's always a risk to take a running back that high, and he had a bad knee injury last year, and he's been nicked up this year. He's not the same player he was at Penn State, and I don't know. I mean, Trent Richardson, our colleague, would sort of argue differently on this, but when you take a running back in the top 5, and I think Barkley was taken 2 or 3 overall, it's a risk. It's definitely a risk. And the Giants, I mean, Jones threw one interception just right to a defensive lineman, a 35-year-old defensive lineman he was sitting on the ground. He just threw it right to him. May have been the worst pass in NFL history.
There aren't many seconds or any that match up with it. By the way, just a quick check. Manning is the only way I'll ever watch Monday Night Football again. It's just, you saw Parcells was in the first half, and in the second half, that Edelman and that Condoleezza Rice representing our state very well.
Mm-hmm.
She was really sharp on her football knowledge.
Big sports fan.
But did y'all see the shots of Jason Garrett and Jones on the sideline?
Mm-hmm.
They both just looked like they were space goats.
Yeah, they looked like deer in headlights. Yeah,
and almost like I'm done. I have exhausted every play and every pass that I could possibly throw. It was really weird.
Well,
all right. Do you struggle?
Sorry, I was just going to say,
finding
Matt,
new ways to brand your products. Go ahead, Lars. No, go for it.
I got to pick right. I told Matt, and I didn't take Matt's. I didn't solicit Matt's advice, and I took the Bucks minus 11 last night, and I nailed it.
Yeah, I was there when you had to do that.
Yeah.
So now I'm only down $10,000.
Congratulations on not listening to me. That was brilliant. We got to get to these quotes about Bo. I know we need to get a break, and we got great guests coming up. But when we get back, promise. I want to get y'all's opinion on whether I think Bo kind of put his cleat in his mouth. We'll check it out when we get back on the Jay Barker Show.
All right. If you're trying to find those new ideas and ways to brand and market your business or your book, Lars, your organization, trying to find unique items that people really like to receive and really use, you'll find it with Fully Promoted. They offer extensive branding marketing solutions to get your name in front of your potential customers. They have local experts that want to help you when it comes to putting that logo on apparel, team gear, cats, promotional products, trade show items, and so much more. And personalized service that you'll love with the product selection, decoration methods that help your brand and take it to the next level. Call Fully Promoted today. It's 205-406-6430. That's 205-406-6430. Mention that you heard this ad on the Jay Barker Show. That special offer. Are you fully promoted? Get fully promoted today at 205-406-6430. All right, we'll continue. And Bo Nix, the topic coming up next here on this Iron Bowl week. Stay with us.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
Following this summer's Tokyo Olympic Games, the eyes of the world will turn to Birmingham, Alabama, and the World Games 2022. Next July, the world will come together for the South's largest international sporting event since the 96 Centennial Olympic Games. 3,600 athletes will compete for gold in 34 sports, including lacrosse, softball, gymnastics, flag football, and more. Tickets are on sale now. Buy yours at twg2022.com.
1 in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option, high-intensity focused ultrasound, or HIFU.
Men who are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve your quality of life. Call 866-4-VITURO or visit VituroHealth.com.
Hi, it's Jay Barker for AVX, Audio Video Excellence. They are the premier provider for custom audio-visual design and installation in the Southeast. AVX seeks excellence in everything it does, including a superior employee experience. AVX offers employees an industry-leading salary, insurance benefits, and 401k options. AVX technicians also receive the highest level of certification and continue training, making it one of the most awarded and decorated companies in the industry. Career opportunities are available now for technicians in Birmingham and Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. Join the AVX team by contacting the AVX.
Hi, it's Jay Barker. I want to say about my good friends Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker. Go online at bhambroker.com. That's bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Got 7 kids, man, and we had a lot of cars. And these guys are looking for a lot of inventory. They helped us with all the hassle, no stress for us. They did the process as far as the sales and everything, handled it all the way through. White glove type service. You'll love it. Again, it's bhambroker.com. Sell your car through bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Hi, it's Jay Barker for Siebel's in downtown Homewood, and now's the time to get your special place ready. Come in and let Siebel's design your porch with Kingsley Bait outdoor furniture and one of their custom swinging beds. For the great room, you're going to need their Carson swivel recliner. Siebel's is the #1 Carson recliner dealer in the country, and Sarah and I, we've got one, and we absolutely love it. Be sure also to check out their famous custom-made beds and bunk beds, built by Siebel's and made up with some of their best linens in town. Their staff can truly put your bed together like no other store. You can also follow Siebel's and shop on Instagram and Facebook. And be sure to call or go by their special store in downtown Homewood. The number is 800-448-1962. That's 800-448-1962. Just for listening, go to SiebelsCottage.com and order anything you want and type in Jay Barker for a special discount code. That's Jay Barker for a special discount code available only to our listeners for a limited time on The Jay Barker Show. Siebels in downtown Homewood or online at SiebelsCottage.com.
When you go to turn on the lights, you expect them to work. Our team at Alabama Power does too. But sometimes extreme weather and events test our system. Knowing we're out there making repairs helps, but answers are what you deserve. So we're rolling out new tools to keep you informed, especially during storms. Visit Alabama Power's new outage map to see outages in your area and get updates on repair times. And sign up to get personalized outage alerts on your phone or computer for free. Learn more at alabamapower.com/alerts.
It's Antonio Langham here to tell you about the easiest way to buy your tickets to your next high school game. Have you ever had to wait in line to buy a high school ticket or stop to get cash on the way to the game? There has to be a better way. There is. It's called GoFan. Check out GoFan.co the next time you need a ticket for a high school game. GoFan is easy, fast, and completely secure. You can buy tickets directly from your phone and show the letter C.
statements like this at times. I haven't heard him talk about the refs, especially, and that Alabama's getting preferential treatment, but especially when you're not playing, to kind of give that bulletin board material, which I don't believe in a ton as a player that it matters that much, but still to say anything. Maybe he was on something. Maybe he's on painkillers at the time.
Well,
from his surgery.
Yeah.
Well, first off, he didn't mention any specific calls. He didn't go into what exactly he was discussing or what he was referencing. And I like Bo a lot, but I think he sort of got a little over his skis here, so to speak. And look, Auburn fans have been saying this about Alabama since ever since I moved here in 2005. I've been hearing the same thing. SEC officials, they favor Alabama. SEC officials favor Alabama. I mean, that is a common refrain you hear from Auburn fans and really from fans of other SEC teams, that there is this Crimson Tide bias and conspiracy among the officials because I don't even know. It's good for TV ratings to have Alabama to win games. I'm not even sure what the logic is behind it. I think it's complete garbage. Yeah, I mean, this is nothing new. I mean, right, Matt? I mean, you've lived here a lot longer than me. This is something that's gone on since probably the first Alabama-Auburn game.
I don't know if
they were saying it about Nebraska back in the 90s, weren't they?
But I don't know if I've ever heard a current player, talk about it. Have you?
That's where I agree totally with Lars. He got over his skis.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just me, but since he's not playing, I find it a little bit more egregious.
Or entertaining.
Well, hey, we're talking about it.
Yeah,
it's working.
Exactly.
Is it selling any Milo's tea?
It might be.
Well, I mean, I think he's got an NIL deal with that show, and so
he does.
Yeah,
he does. So he wants to give information and kind of get things out there.
Maybe,
and he's a good kid. He really is. Good young man. He's got a great family. Yeah.
Great dad. I think it was ill-timed, but I think also Jay's correct. I don't think it's going to make a hill of beans when they tee it up Saturday.
It won't. Players don't. I mean, it may give you a little extra motivation during the week, or make kind of. But who are they going to take it out on? I mean, he's not going to be 10. There. Yeah,
he's not going to be there.
Not going to be there. But yeah, but it's to me, it's players. Okay, if a coach makes a comment like that in the media, a coach could almost be fined, right, for making any kind of comments of that nature.
Yep.
And I don't know if there's any repercussions, and I'm not saying there should be. So don't get me. I'm just saying if the coaches have to be held accountable, is there anything in place for the players to be held accountable? And not that he should on this, but any time. I've never really heard players come out in college. I've heard it in the NFL. They get fined they say things like that. Yeah. So.
And
usually, AD was shaking his head yes when I was asking that question.
Of course, Mark knows all. But guys, do players need to be more aware of what they say, particularly if they have a huge endorsement in the balance?
Yeah, I think you have to be careful what you say for your team and for your university, for the guys that are out there on the field with you, or and again for that. Whether it's commercial, NIL, all that type of stuff, sure. I mean, I don't think this will do anything, but probably give him more awareness that he wasn't going to give the next 2 weeks. He'll now get, and people talk about like we're talking about now, because I think it's an interesting topic that that he would come out and make those statements about the refs and say those things, and that's an opinion that's held, as you and Lars have said, both by a lot of people.
Yeah, and usually those comments are made in the heat of the moment right after a game, and to sort of sit back and have time to think about it and then say it. I don't know. I mean, it just sounds like a typical frustrated Auburn fan, to be honest. And I have no dog in the fight. I really don't. I'm a Nebraska person. I'm just telling you what it sounds like.
Yeah, who's stroking a paycheck for what you're doing today, Lars? Come on, let's get clean here, okay?
I've been fully transparent about that. Yes.
No,
you have been.
Well, we all have. Oh, and by the way, Our thoughts on that aren't going to make a hill of beans either on
No,
Saturday.
not at all. All right, we got Mark Ingram coming up, AD for UAB Blazers. They got a special deal for all you fans out there. They want to get as many people in the stadium, Protective Stadium, 1 o'clock on Friday, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll tell you about the deal they've got, and you'll be able to be a part of that and see this new stadium for the first time, see the UAB Blazers. If you haven't had a chance to get out to watch them as well and support your Birmingham local team, the UAB Blazers. Mark Ingram coming up next.
You're listening to the Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
The best sports talk in the state. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
What do you mean we don't have those numbers?
Bruno's sports analytics startup lost its math whiz to the competition.
In order to stay competitive, we have to have this.
Now he needs a new statistician to even the score.
I don't even think these predictions are the most current. I mean, this is.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
When others treat your fries as an afterthought, all you're left with are cold, soggy fries. That's why Wendy's new fries are ones you won't forget, guaranteed to be hot and crispy, or we'll replace them. We're talking natural cut, skin-on fries, perfectly seasoned with a hint of sea salt. In fact, they're even preferred almost 2-to-1 over McDonald's. These are fries so hot and crispy, they beg a new question.
What would you like with your fries?
Try them today, only at Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's, taste preference based on a national taste test by an independent research company.
You know what happens in a plasma chamber?
Big stuff. Science stuff.
Diamonds. I'm Tom Osmond. Fincher & Osmond Jewelers carries artisan-created diamonds.
Earth and human safe.
And bigger. Lots bigger.
Fincher & Osmond diamonds from the mines or artisan-created diamonds.
They're all diamonds.
If you want to give her the big stuff, you've got to see these diamonds.
FincherandOsmond.com, a little tricky to find on McFarland Boulevard between Edgar's and Local Roots.
Dell Technologies' biggest business sale of the year has arrived. Step up your vision with top tech up to 50% off during their Black Friday event. Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. Plus, get incredible savings on Windows 11 PCs, along with servers, monitors, and docks, all with free shipping. There's also special financing with Dell Business Credit. Get started by contacting your Dell Technologies advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Join Randy Smalley and me, Captain Ray, for the Randy and Ray Football Forecast, where we pick the games against the spread. It's this Friday night at 11 following the high school scoreboard show on Tide 100.9. Brought to you by Randy Smalley Floor and Tile.
You know when you order a new video game, or a golf club, or a blender, and then it arrives at your door, you get a little thrill. Imagine how much more thrilling it is when you order a new car. With Nissan at Home, you can shop for the perfect ride and order it without ever having to go anywhere. Sure beats a golf club or a blender. Buy a new car entirely online with Nissan at Home. Delivered direct from dealer to driveway. Thrill starts here. Services may vary at participating dealers, subject to applicable law. See dealer for details.
It's Black Friday now at JCPenney. Hurry and shop thousands of the merriest Black Friday deals while they last. Make spirits bright with up to 75% off fine jewelry. Get innovative with sharper image gifts now up to 50% off. Plus, take home kitchen appliances for $7.99 each after $10 mail-in rebate. Score these deals and more all week long before they're gone. Happy Black Friday, JCPenney. Offers valid on select items 11/22 through 11/28. Conditions and exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
Churches is adding Applewood smoked Texas cut bacon to our all-white meat chicken sandwich. Yep, these two are best flavors forever. Try our new Texas cut bacon chicken sandwiches today. Churches, bringing that down home flavor. Offer valid at participating locations.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
A cool afternoon with a sunny sky. The high today 57. Clear and cold again tonight, below 32. Tomorrow sunny with a high at 61. For Thanksgiving on Thursday, clouds gradually increasing. The chance of a few showers Thursday night, a high 62. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 54 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
And in the studio with us now here live at AVX, we got Lars down at Tide 100.9 FM, our flagship station, Matt Coulter. I'm Jay Barker, the Jay Barker Show on this Tuesday edition, Iron Bowl week. We also got the Blazers, the UTEP, coming up on Friday, 1 o'clock kickoff, and going to be a big day for them at Protective Stadium. It'll be a great setting, number one. And a lot of you would tell you all the time, our top sponsor, Top Golf, is right over your shoulder there, Mark, and on the big screen. And they will be right there ready for you for tailgating before and after the game as well. But, Mark, you're here to tell us, number one, about a big event and or a big promotion going on to get more people out to the game, as well as to come see not only the Blazers, but a beautiful new stadium, Protective Stadium. But thanks for being with us.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me. It's always great to be here. So thanks for giving me some time. Yeah, we're really thankful, number one, to UTEP. You know, we've been trying to get this done since we relaunched football in 2017, that if we had a home game, we did not want to go up against the Iron Bowl. You know, we just said to our conference office, hey, look, this is a huge event. It's a great game for college football, and it's a huge game in our town that we totally respect. And a lot of our fans want to watch that game, and I want to watch that game. It's a great game. It always is. And so, but like anything, you can't move a game without the opponent's permission. So you're talking about trying to get your opponent to travel on Thanksgiving Day so that they can play on Friday, to no benefit to them. I mean, quite frankly, so that as I'm talking to their athletic director, Jim Center, who's a great guy and a longtime friend, I just said, Jim, this is only going to help me get a bigger crowd. I said, so it's really to your advantage, Jim, to play us on Saturday. But he talked to his coach and came back to me and said, hey, we'd love to do it. We agree. You know, nobody wants to play in front of a small crowd. And he said, we'd love to help you out. And so I'm excited about the opportunity. And so what we're doing, we know it's going to be raining, as we keep hearing on Thursday. We're all going to be stuffing ourselves full of turkey and watching ball and hanging out with our families. But on Friday, the weather is supposed to be spectacular. So we want everybody to come out. And if you'll order your ticket online through uabsports.com between now and 5 o'clock on Wednesday, you can get a $12 ticket to our game. And so we're really hoping that will encourage people to come out, along with the good weather and the opportunity to, you know, bring their family who might be visiting from out of town, come down and see the stadium. If you haven't seen it before, it's a great chance to do that. And then you still have the opportunity, obviously, to watch all the great games on Saturday, including, of course, the Iron Bowl. So,
where is that just general admission tickets, or where? I mean, would they be seated?
You'll get a seat location and have the option to make a choice. Absolutely.
Yes, I mean it's there's, you always hear this about different places. There's not a bad seat in the house. There is not a bad seat in this house, in the stadium. Unbelievable. You've been out to, Matt, haven't you?
Yeah. In fact, Mark, last time you were here, I hadn't been because I had to work Talladega the week before. So I went the next week after I saw you here, and I was prepared to be impressed. I was more than impressed. And then the other night, last week, the Mike Slide Foundation had their event there, which was equally as spectacular. And I want to ask you, how do you do that? Do you call UAB and get that area for an event? I hate to put you on the spot.
No, that's fine. No, I mean, look, I know that the BJCC, which is who you would call, would love to talk to you if you've got a group that wants to have an event there. You know, they've had a lot of conversations with people about wedding receptions and all those sort of things that they absolutely, that's what it's for. They want it to be that. And to your point, it is a stunning setting. That club area where you were, with the glass on both sides and the view of the field. And it's really easy to get in and out of. Parking is close and really convenient. It's funny how it can transform from a football setting to a really elegant setting as well, if you want it to. It's a beautiful place.
And I know the Barons do that a lot with their facility, and I think that would be likewise. It'd be a great place to have a gig, a party.
Yeah, absolutely, it would be.
Well, and that's the thing about it too, is that I try to tell people this, that they're watching it on TV. I'm like, you can't believe how many people are underneath in the club area, and on the other side, we're underneath, especially when it was warmer out. And I would walk around. There's thousands of people just standing up underneath there watching the game, you know, and that's the beauty, because of all the different restaurants or different food areas and stuff that's so unique to Birmingham that we haven't had before like that in a venue like this. All right, $12. Again, tell everybody how they can get the tickets and we want to get everybody out there supporting the UAB Blazers on this Friday.
Yeah, to take advantage of that offer, you've got to order online at uabsports.com between now and 5 p.m. on Wednesday. $12, uabsports.com between now and 5 p.m. on Wednesday. Get your tickets. Invite your family from out of town, whomever else it is. Come on in. It'll be a lot of fun.
All right, we got the link up for you right there. Put it back up, dude, if you don't mind, Josh, so people can see it. There's a tweet out for UAB football as they conclude the inaugural season at Protected Stadium this Friday. We want to say thank you, UAB Athletics, running that $12 fan appreciation offer for single game tickets to the game coming up Friday. UTEP, again, it's a 1 p.m. kickoff start, but the deal ends this Thursday at 5 p.m. So is that right? 5 p.m. Thursday?
Wednesday.
Okay, it says Thursday on here on the
my bad.
That's not no. So Wednesday at 5 p.m. and make sure you get that done. Go to uabsports.com, uabsports.com, and be able to get those tickets. Great idea. Family coming into town. You're looking for something to do on that Friday, and some people will go hunting and do whatever else. But man, a lot of people love to watch football and to get out to that, and the weather's going to be beautiful coming up on Friday.
Sure is.
All right, Mark, great stuff. And I know for you, this is a great way to finish off unbelievable as far as opening to this new stadium. I know you guys have been so excited about getting it and for it to be complete, and for this now for the final kind of last game of the season, and what a great venue it's been.
Yeah, that's right. And you're talking about a group of seniors who are by far our all-time winningest group. They've won 3 division titles, 2 conference championships, and here in a couple of weeks going to get invited to their 4th straight bowl game. So we're really proud of them and want to send them off the right way.
Awesome stuff. Mark Ingram, AD of the UAB Blazers, and get out again, support them. $12 per ticket. You got to do it by 5 o'clock on Wednesday. Again, that's uabsports.com, uabsports.com for that $12 ticket. And I promise you, you will not be disappointed. You actually be absolutely, I think, overwhelmed and amazed by the stadium and the facilities and just everything they've got going on down at Protected Stadium right now. And not only going to be a great thing, it already has been for UAB, but it's going to be a great thing for the city of Birmingham as well. All right, we'll wrap up hour number 1, again, presented by Top Golf of Birmingham, right there across the street from Protected Stadium, and also driven by Sunny King Ford on the sunny side of the street. Go by and see all the great folks there at Sunny King Ford. All right, we'll continue hour number 2 on this Tuesday Iron Bowl edition. Stay with us. We'll be back.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. Achieving your personal best often comes down to how you feel. And when it comes to the right shoes, nothing feels better than New Balance. The fit specialists at the New Balance Birmingham store conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot size, shape, and gait, determining the best New Balance shoes for you. Experience the difference of custom fit today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham, your feet will thank you.
1 in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option, high-intensity focused ultrasound, or HIFU.
Men who are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve your quality of life. Call 866-4-VITURO or visit VituroHealth.com.
I know you know about Guthrie's Chicken Fingers, but do you know about the Guthrie family? 1992, they started selling chicken fingers. They were the first chicken finger restaurant and the first drive-through chicken finger restaurant ever. They've been around for over 50 years. Since the beginning, Guthrie's have been using only the finest ingredients in their Guthrie's boxes. While others have tried to copy, nothing tastes like Guthrie's chicken fingers dipped in that Guthrie's famous sauce. Guthrie's restaurants are expanding to give the entire U.S. a taste of their golden fried chicken fingers. Franchise opportunities are available. Go to Guthrie'sChicken.com. That's Guthrie'sChicken.com for more information.
I want to tell you about my good friends at Southern Assurance Group. Hi, it's Jay Barker. And look, Ken Needham has done a terrific job. Local company, 205-980-1505 is their number. That's 980-1505. Again, local, you can speak with the same team every time you give them a call. Full line of products from auto, home, boat, life. You'll trust them. They have a great deal as far as the relationships they build with their customers and 20 years with the same company and industry. Custom approach for your insurance needs. Give them a call, 980-1505. That is Southern Assurance Group.
At Schaefer Plastic Surgery, not only they treat you like family, you get a free opening consultation. Not normally you get that for elective surgeries. You do with Dr. Schaefer. And he also combines experience gained from nearly 2 decades in practice, 8 years in advanced training to achieve beautiful, transformative results for his patients. As a board-certified plastic surgeon, Dr. Schaefer's goal is to exceed expectations complications while being dedicated to safety before, during, and after the procedure. Go online at SchaeferPlasticSurge.com. That's SchaeferPlasticSurg.com or 205-278-7969 for more information, and located on Highway 280 across from Grandview Hospital.
Rock and Roll Sushi, they're proud to be the original American-style sushi restaurant founded on great food and rock and roll music, boasting concepts and flavors big, bold, and loud. They're the only place to experience the rock you love, the rolls you love, with the ones you love. It all began back in Mobile, Alabama, and then a decade later, tucked inside the Mobile Mall, expanded to encompass more than 40 locations across the southeastern U.S. Since day one, the most rewarding part of their work has been seeing guests fall in love with the amplified dining experience and become fans who return again and again to the biggest hit in town. That's Rock and Roll Sushi. Get out today for lunch or dinner.
It's Antonio Langham here to tell you about the easiest way to buy your tickets to your next high school game. Have you ever had to wait in line to buy a high school ticket or stop to get cash on the way to the game? There has to be a better way. There is. It's called GoFan. Check out GoFan.co the next time you need a ticket for a high school game. GoFan is easy, fast, and completely secure. You can buy tickets directly from your phone and just show the ticket at the gate. Download the GoFan app or visit GoFan.co now. That's GoFan.co.
Birmingham's best Mexican restaurant for over 20 years and counting. That's La Paz Restaurant in Crestline Village and Mount Laurel. They've got a great staff. Its delicious menu, award-winning cheese dip, and margaritas and vibrant atmosphere have helped to make La Paz a local favorite. Blue corn nachos, Texas barbecue quesadillas, steak and blue quesadillas, Baja fish tacos, signature fajitas, and much, much more. So head over to La Paz today. If you want a great lunch or a great dinner, you'll find all that at La Paz, Crestline, and Mount Laurel for lunch or dinner.
WTUG HD2 Northport and W265CG Tuscaloosa. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
That championship trophy is headed back to Tuscaloosa. Now 15 dominating with this defense. Richardson breaks free on the sideline. End zone. How about that? You saw the Gatorade shower this time. I love it. Clippers wide open. Tide rolling again. Alabama again, the champions of college football. Eludes the kicker and will not be caught. Touchdown, great. Alabama back on top. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown! Alabama wins. The Crimson Tide will not be denied. Devontae Smith cannot be stopped. Saban with his 7th national championship. National championship number 18. 13 in all. Absolute perfection.
Jay Barker led the Crimson Tide to a national championship in 1992. Winner of the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award and a finalist in New York for the Heisman Trophy. Voted the SEC Player of the Year. Drafted by the Green Bay Packers, seeing time with the New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers. The winningest quarterback in Alabama history with the record of 35-2-1. Member of the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame. Jay Barker brings that same championship quality and football expertise to his own radio network and show. Joining him is University of Alabama professor Lars Anderson, who is also a New York Times best-selling author and a 20-year veteran of Sports Illustrated. Live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham, The Jay Barker Show.
So you're asking me to remember what happened 15 years ago?
Yeah, just first impression.
I'm having a hard time remembering what happened yesterday. No, I've always had a tremendous amount of respect for this game, even before I ever coached here. And, you know, the first game we played here, you know, you actually feel it. You always respect it. But when you play in it, you actually feel it. You know what it means to a lot of people. And it's one of the great rivalries in the country. And it's great competitive opportunity for all the players on both sides to have, you know, a game like this to be able to, you know, play in, compete in, have as a memory legacy-wise. So, you know, everybody's got to understand that and be focused on what they need to do to play well. I guess my memories from last year's game when I was sitting at home watching on TV probably would be the most different memory of any. But look, there's been some crazy things happen. You know, the end of the game, the last time we played down there, we had a chance to get the ball back. They had the quarterback in game. I already mentioned kick six. We had one year we had like 5 chances to score inside the red zone, in the fourth quarter and never scored a point. And they came back and tied the game and we got beat. So, then we've had some really, really good, games that we played as well. You seem to remember the ones that didn't go so well the most because they hurt the most. But, what we're focused on is not what's happened in the past, but, what we need to do to play well in this game this week.
More comments from Coach Saban at his presser yesterday, and not only talking about the game against Arkansas, but also looking ahead to the Iron Bowl and some of his memories. He said, "You want me to think back 15 years ago?" And he started laughing about it. So made a good joke about it. And we've talked about it many times this year. He has been different when looking for a different reaction, and then all of a sudden he's laughing. He's just a different type of demeanor than we've seen at times in the past. Hey, we are presented by Topgolf of Birmingham. Get out to Topgolf today. You'll love going out. It is the bowling of this generation for you and your family, coworkers. Just a ton of fun. So get out to Topgolf of Birmingham. Also driven by Sunny King Ford on the sunny side of the street, Oxford, Anderson. Go see Tony Russell and all the great folks at Sunny King Ford. Rural addiction prevention. We got Anna Harris going to be joining us talking about that. Again, rural addiction prevention at 1:30 today. So look forward to having her in studio. They've got what they call Giving Tuesday is coming up November the 30th. And they set up a GoFundMe. We'll tell you more about that. The goal is of $10,000. And they just do so much in the rural communities when it comes to addiction prevention. So good for them. We want to support them and what they're doing. So she'll be with us at 1:30 to give us some more information about that. But right now, we'll continue to break down this Iron Bowl and get ready for another big weekend of college football. But your thoughts about Coach Saban?
We've been going over this since the Miami game and his post-game comments, and he seemed like, wow, Alabama didn't play great. They didn't play bad, but he was very, very complimentary, and he's been that way, and he has been, it seems like, to just put it, he seems like he's been in a better mood all year, and he's had more reasons, particularly in comparison to last year, to be aggravated, but he's not. Lars, 12 years ago, if somebody had asked that question that he answered about remembering his first Iron Bowl, would the reporter have been lit up?
The reporter would have been excoriated, yes, because Coach Saban doesn't.
There he goes with those dime store words.
Lit up.
Yes. Coach Saban typically doesn't like to look backwards. Advance, never retreat. That's sort of the motto that I've used to describe him over the years in different publications and different books. But and speaking of that, there is an excellent profile by my friend Mirren Fader of Bryce Young on The Ringer she Mirren is a good friend of mine, lives out in California, came to Tuscaloosa to do this long piece. And it notes how the first coach to offer Bryce Young was Cliff Kingsbury when he was at Texas Tech. And Bryce was in 8th grade. And he called Bryce's personal quarterback coach, and Bryce had one even then. And he's always been undersized. And Kingsbury said, "Hey, but before I can offer, I need to see him in person." And so Bryce and his quarterback coach, and I think his dad, ended up flying down to Lubbock, and Bryce has put on a show. 8th grade Bryce, and Kingsbury offered him on the spot, and that was his first offer in 8th grade. And I think what Kingsbury saw, and Mirren notes this in the story, is that the fact that he's undersized can almost be an asset in the way that college football has been rapidly evolving over the last 10 years or so. And it's also noted in the story that he was a really good point guard, great at distributing the ball. So in basketball and in football, he has this spatial awareness, right? And this vision that is very rare. And then to combine that with just off the charts arm strength for someone his size, as well as mobility and agility, and just really impressive athleticism. It sort of makes him the total package of this new age kind of quarterback. And I can't recommend this story enough to Alabama fans, and really to anyone who wants to just learn more about what makes Bryce tick. And of course, he's a film junkie, like all good quarterbacks, Jay. And he recently moved sort of off campus just to have more solitude and have more time where he can just break down film himself. And it's the hours.
Count it all.
Yeah, exactly. It's the hours that quarterbacks. It's been my experience in my reporting, at least. And Jay, you can talk this much better than me. It's the hours you put in away from almost the facility, or away from when you're not on the field, is what makes you special when you're on the field. Correct?
And there's no doubt about it. I mean, it's film study. It's getting to where you've seen the pictures over and over so many times that you can just react to it instead of having to worry about thinking through it, especially during a play or during a game. And the more you see those pictures, the better you get at it being quicker in your decision making. And he's already there when it comes to that. He's got a great IQ when it comes to football, Matt. And I think, Lars, you had a great comment. I don't know if the quote is from the article or from you, and I've heard you say this before. Is what was it?
Spatial awareness.
What was it? Spatial awareness. Yeah, I like that quote. Spatial. It's an article. Yeah, and he really does. I mean, his ability to kind of fill things out. I do think that with him being, they got him listed 6 feet. He's not 6 feet.
He's not 6 feet.
5'10", probably at the most. And he is elusive, but maybe also hard to see, hard to find as a defensive guy. As you're rushing and you got those big, tall linemen in front of you, and you're a linebacker looking in the backfield trying to find him. If you can't, if he can't see you, you can't see him. And yet he can still see things down the field and keeps his eyes open. He sees things quickly. He makes moves to spin out and to really create distance between him and the defensive lineman. Makes it really tough on them to tackle him. His quickness and his ability to put his foot in the ground and get upfield and then stop again. And kind of, he's almost kind of like what you would have pictured and kind of what I remember to some degree, but not the thrower that Bryce is a guy like David Palmer. David was like that in high school. He can move around and make things. Also, Tua's younger brother was like that in high school at Thompson. Could create space and do things and really prolong plays like that. I didn't get a chance to watch Tua in high school, so that's why I'm saying with his brother. But when he was at Thompson, he could really extend plays, and Bryce has got that ability, and it's one that you worried about his size, but I really don't worry about it at all anymore. I mean, he
worry about him being
the,
fragile.
Yeah,
just because of his stature.
Yeah,
but I think we've seen now he really isn't. By the way,
and he just doesn't take those hits. I mean, he tries to get down. He has taken some. He'll jump back up, but he does as much as he possibly can, I think, to try not to get the hits, and that's the key.
There's a real art to that about not getting hit, or when you get hit, falling the right way. I hate to use him as an example, but I think it's a good one. Tua doesn't have that. I think that's why he got hurt some. He would fall the wrong way. By the way, Lars is correct. I've only read the first couple of paragraphs, but all you got to do is just, put it in a search, Ringer/Bryce Young. It'll take you straight to this article.
Good stuff. Those numbers.
He's
put up.
Yeah, no, and Josh was just telling me that Bryce has a chance to actually throw for more yards this year at Alabama than he did his senior year of high school, which is just crazy to think. He's 1,000 yards away. So yeah, he's got
the numbers of senior year right there. Wow.
Yeah, so he's got
even in high school
3 games to do it. So if he averages, about 350 a game, he'll get it, which is mind blowing. But
I remember seeing the stat. Go back to that stat if you don't mind, Josh, real quick. But I remember seeing. I know for the people listening on radio, it's not great radio for you not to be able to see. We'll talk you through the stats. Go back to that one you just had up of the senior year, and there we go. I mean, look, there's the Bryce stats. There's the national average. Look at the difference in that next
It looks like the pencil compared to the eraser.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. Again, 4,528 yards, 58 touchdowns, 348.3 yards per game, 294 completions at 409 attempts, and only 6 interceptions. And again, I think that that's his 19 and 20. Is that right? 2 years worth of numbers, or is that just that?
Yeah,
was
that was
senior year?
like the
Wow,
senior
amazing.
year. But
one
Jay,
season. Okay,
Jay, could you expand on this point? I think it's really important how his size can actually be an asset rather than a liability of being a bit of a shorter quarterback.
Well, just look at his numbers. Number one.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
think what we're looking at right now on the screen proves it all. Through 11 games, 3,584 yards, 38 touchdown passes, which leads the SEC, 3 interceptions. Jameson Williams, look at his in 11 games, 59 receptions, 1,218 yards, receiving yards. He leads the SEC with touchdowns and yards. At the receiving position, there's his numbers right there with the slide. But, yeah, because I think it's the ability not to see him, and you worry about his vision down the field, but sometimes he gets lost back there where I think those guys are looking, trying to find him, and he just slides on out and slides back, and they're like, where'd he go? It's like he's a magician, you know. They're looking everywhere trying to find him, and his ability to extend a play and keep his eyes on the field is as good as I've ever seen, at be honest, in college football, and to keep from going across the line. I mean, that's what he has such a great feel for that, of knowing exactly where
Arkansas.
Yeah, like where he needs to be in order to get the ball out. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back, and more to come as we preview the Iron Bowl. And again, coming up a little bit later on, also, we'll talk about rural addiction prevention with Anna Harris down at the bottom of the hour, how you can support them. And the next Tuesday, November the 30th, on their Giving Tuesday, is they got a GoFundMe and some other things happening to help raise money for rural addiction and for the rural addiction prevention program. All right, we'll continue. Stay with us live from AVX. Hour number 2 continues.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
Your home for Alabama Crimson Tide football. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Join Randy Smalley and me, Captain Ray, for the Randy and Ray football forecast, where we pick the games against the spread. It's this Friday night at 11 following the high school scoreboard show on Tide 100.9. Brought to you by Randy Smalley, Floor and Tide.
Black Friday's on at Gap Factory and GapFactory.com. Everything's 50 to 70% off. Plus, shop all new doorbusters, including 60% off sweaters and cozy add-ons. Shop the sale through November 27th at Gap Factory and GapFactory.com.
Has the pandemic affected your business? Even with more and more customers going online in the past 5 years, online business has grown greatly due to the pandemic. Now more than ever, it's important to have a strong online presence so that customers can find your business and products easily. That's where Townsquare comes in to help. Go to mylocalcustomers.com for a free competitive analysis to see how your business stands up to the competition. And if you're one of the first to sign up, you'll get $500 in free advertising on this radio station. That's mylocalcustomers.com. Townsquare not only can help you find more local customers online, they'll also help you grow your business to a new level. With premium website services that get you new leads every day and no contracts to sign, there's no better time to join. Not only that, Townsquare also has a dedicated marketing specialist who will be with you every step of the way, making changes that will benefit you and especially your business. It's fast, easy, and you can cancel your subscription at any time. So hurry to mylocalcustomers.com and get your $500 in free advertising today.
You and your phone have been through a lot this past year. It's been your lifeline to the world. And now some big wireless company is telling you got to buy a new phone from them and sign their contract? They don't control you. With TracFone Wireless, you can keep the phone, number, and network you already have. Already got a 5G phone? Keep that too, because TracFone runs on America's best networks now with 5G nationwide. Plus, we've got unlimited talk and text smartphone plans starting at just $20. TracFone Wireless. Now you're in control. 5G nationwide access requires a 5G capable device. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
Cardiology consultants Drs. Hill, Anderson, Lewis, Shaw, Caraway, and Proctor welcomes Dr. Vishal Daya to their practice in November. Dr. Daya is board certified in cardiovascular disease and is board eligible in interventional cardiology. Cardiology consultants are pleased to welcome Dr. Daya to the team of high-quality and compassionate physicians, now accepting new patient appointments. 205-752-0694.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
I owe the IRS $37,000.
Get ready for a toll-free hotline. Take advantage of new IRS tax forgiveness programs that may protect you from IRS collection agencies. They have the power to garnish your wages, put liens on your property, and levy your bank account. Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-324-4522. 800-324-4522. Don't wait. Call now. 800-324-4522. 800-324-4522.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
A cool afternoon with a sunny sky. The high today 57. Clear and cold again tonight, the low 32. Tomorrow sunny with a high at 61. For Thanksgiving on Thursday, clouds gradually increasing. The chance of a few showers Thursday night, the high 62. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 57 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
All right, welcome back in as we get ready for Iron Bowl coming up on Saturday. Also a reminder for UAB fans and who are here in town coming up on Friday, at 1 p.m. kickoff time. And they've got a special offer at UABsports.com. Go to UABsports.com. You have until I think it's 5 p.m. Wednesday in order to order tickets. They're only $12. And so you got family in town looking for something to do on Friday or want to go out and support UAB and also see the new stadium, protect the stadium. You'll love the stadium, number one. Great venue, and should be a great game against UTEP. 1 o'clock kickoff. It'll be beautiful weather. What a great weekend of football we're going to have. Then we got the Iron Bowl coming up on Saturday, which we want to talk about right now. Bo Nix will not be a part of that, as we know about his injury. And, you look at just from that standpoint of leadership on the field and, really Tank Bigsby has been their go-to guy, and he's been that way since he got there. He's just an outstanding running back. Coach Saban has spoken so highly of him, as many coaches around the SEC have. Auburn is a very tough place to play. I tell people all the time, I know the record books, always everybody said throw the record books out, but normally the best team wins this game, right?
Absolutely.
We know that over history. We've looked at those numbers, but there is something different about playing down at Jordan-Hare Stadium and all the things that come about with the fans, the noise, the disruptions, distractions. They can create a lot of chaos for an offensive team. So I look forward to the matchup coming up, and as we continue to break it down throughout, we'll be off tomorrow and Thursday, back on Friday to give you a really good preview of this Iron Bowl 2021.
Lars, can you think of one area where Auburn has a decided advantage if you just do position, matchup?
Well, I hate to hammer this because we talked about it a lot yesterday, but Tank Bigsby. If I am Brian Harsin, I'm going to try to use Tank Bigsby as much as possible. And I know teams haven't been that successful running against Alabama, but I think that is Auburn's best path to success, because Auburn doesn't have a sort of difference maker at wide receiver. TJ Finley has struggled with his accuracy. Did not play that good, obviously, in the loss against South Carolina. And to me, it's got to be all about Tank Bigsby. But here's a question I want to throw at you guys. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, that Auburn wins the game and then Alabama beats Georgia in the SEC championship game. Does a 2-loss Alabama, then SEC champion, make it into the playoff and become the first 2-loss team to advance to the playoff? Because and to me, in a lot of ways, I think the answer is yes. Alabama would make it in. So in a lot of ways, this game is sort of irrelevant to Alabama. I know not to Alabama fans, but in the big picture of the playoffs, I don't know if this game really means that much. Do you guys agree or disagree?
For First of all, just the mere statement a minute ago. What you talking about, Lars? Doesn't matter. You know it matters, and I also understand your point. I'm doubtful. It really depends on what happens with the other teams. I don't expect Ohio State to lose this weekend, but you really never know. But if all these teams keep winning out, by the way, somebody keep an eye on the Cowboys, okay?
Absolutely, Matt.
They win Bedlam.
Matt, you are 100% right. Cincinnati better be praying that Oklahoma beats Oklahoma State. That's the because
you're right.
Oklahoma State will leapfrog Cincinnati.
Yep.
There's no question about it
agree.
into that fourth slot if they end up beating Oklahoma, and then presumably it'll be Baylor in the Big 12 championship game. Great point.
But it all depends on how those other moving pieces fit into the puzzle as to whether or not I think Alabama could get in with 2 losses. Jay, I'd be very interested to hear your thoughts on that.
Alabama will get in with 3 losses.
No homer here.
No, I think they've got a shot as how they play it, Lars. I mean, you can't, if they look at side of it. So if it was a good loss, I guess, based on the score, how they played, things that happened, and then go and beat the number 1 team in the country and Georgia, I think they still might have a chance, but I do think it would be a lot tougher than just winning out. And if they win out, then it's going to be them in Georgia. Definitely, Georgia stays in as one of the top 4 teams. And you're right. I mean, Oklahoma State right now, they've got a really good shot at making their way into the Final Four. And I agree with you. I think that Cincinnati's hoping everybody ahead of them right now is going to suffer some sort of loss this weekend or next. I mean, they need that. I mean, they need as much to happen around them and in front of them for them to stay inside that top 4 right now.
Jay,
Lars, give me your 4 when it comes out tonight.
Georgia, Ohio State, Alabama, Cincinnati. That's my 4. How about you, Jay?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's. I mean, definitely Georgia. I mean, what do I think it's going to be, or what I think it should be?
What do you think it will be?
I think they're going to put Ohio State ahead of Alabama tonight.
Yeah.
I think it'll be Georgia, Ohio State, Alabama, then Cincinnati. Notre Dame will be sitting right outside, and again, Michigan, Oklahoma State as well. I think it should be Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, and then Cincinnati. But I think right now Ohio State is really living off a lot of momentum from that big win over Michigan State. The way that they won it, the impressiveness, and how impressive they looked. I think that's going to maybe sway the committee tonight a little bit, and we'll see. How that works out. The thing then is that then wherever Ohio State and Alabama, if they stay in that 2-3 slot, you're going to get an Alabama-Ohio State matchup first round. And that could very easily, if Alabama if Alabama beats Georgia, though, then it's going to be different. Then it could end up getting, I guess they'd probably move Georgia to 4, maybe, or would they play back-to-back Alabama-Georgia games?
No, they would definitely not. No, they wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Alabama would move to 1, and then Georgia maybe 2. I mean, it depends on the outcome of the game. But Jay, just I want to go back to the Iron Bowl real quick. If you're the offensive coordinator at Auburn, how do you attack this Alabama defense? So knowing what you know about Auburn and knowing, obviously, you're very familiar with the Alabama defense.
Yeah, I think you attack Alabama downhill. I think they've got speed to get you on the outside. That's what the defense has been built for. I think that, you do things, keep them off a little bit with your formations, but kind of keep the same plays rolling. That you're going to, just different look. Coach Stallings used to always say it's like opening up. You got all these gifts underneath the Christmas tree. I mean, he really believed in this one. I can tell you. And every one of them looks different because of the way they're wrapped. But every time you open, it's the same pair of black socks. And he said, you can be really good at something and not let people know that you're doing the same play over and over and over again.
So Gene Stallings.
Yeah. So I think it's that. Just being, they're going to have to play, I think, their best game of clean football, no penalties, no turnovers. They need a non-offensive touchdown, probably, at least a big play in special teams in order to beat Alabama. I think this game is going to be where either they're in it a little bit, but if Alabama goes in at halftime winning the third, fourth quarter, I don't mean just based on what they've done, the losses they've had, it's either going to be they come out and they're strong, they get some momentum, they stay in the game, or Alabama comes out and once they start, they put the pedal down And I don't know if Auburn will keep their mojo up enough, if they get enough motivation for this game.
Guys, I know you've heard this old adage. Sometimes when you have a player as impactful as Will Anderson, you run right at him. It's ball offensive guy, quarterback. Is that really true?
Yeah, unless he's an inside guy, right? Unless he's a really like a run stopper, which Will can be that as well. But he is a speed guy, so he's going to chase down from the other side. He's going to create things that can be really tough on you in the run game, especially if you're running right off guard or right off tackle to the other side. He can escape down inside and make those tackles. So you kind of want to go at a guy like him. People used to run at Cornelius. They ran at Derek Thomas. That's kind of the old offensive adage, as you said, run at speed. And go and try to go downhill against teams that have speed more than try to go side to side. You're not going to beat Alabama to the outside. They've got too much speed at the linebacker position, at the defensive end, and at the safety position to come up and fill those gaps inside out. And that's why I think running downhill against a team like Alabama or against other teams that are built like them is better than trying to do most of the time. I do think Carson, though, and I think he would be mistaken not to, Lars, and I get both your guys' thoughts on this, but don't you throw it all at them? This is the last game of the season.
Yeah.
You want Auburn fans to know we onside kicked, we fake punt, we did every possible way to win this game, and do it smart in a smart way, and not maybe like Lane Kiffin did in Tuscaloosa a couple of times there on fourth down. If he kicks the field goal, same way with Ed Orgeron. I think you gotta lay it on the line and let them know
Fake
that you
a
want
punt.
to do it.
You better fake a punt for sure. It's worked 2 weeks in a row, hasn't it?
It has.
Guys, just speaking about
ahead,
just Will Anderson, is he the most disruptive defensive player of the Saban era? And I can really just go back maybe Quinnen Williams, but to answer my own question, I believe he is. Matt, your thoughts?
God, it's been so many good ones.
The
Allen
first
was great.
Yeah, Jonathan.
Yeah.
The first name that popped in my mind was Williams. But then I start thinking about all those unbelievable linebackers, and how disruptive they were. Reuben Foster was just Hightower. Maybe Hightower, but to answer your question straight up, he's probably the most disruptive defensive player that Nick Saban's had. Jay, do you agree? Are you there?
He's the Terminator right there on the screen.
There he is.
Yeah. He's got 54 total, as I say, pressures, yes, tackles for loss, 27.5, and then the I can't even see the other 42, and it's not my vision; it's to blur it out. Or at least I think it's blurred out.
That's a pretty good animation there.
It is.
If you're watching on BamaInsider.
Oh no, he looks like that. Matt.
That's the other. I've never seen that side of his underneath his helmet. I've never seen the left side.
Yeah,
so that's
the speed. That's the other. Yeah.
I tell you what, when he's coming to the quarterback, I guarantee you that's what the quarterback's seeing.
The thing is, he's so he anticipates snaps. It seems like he's got an incredibly fast first step. He can power rush, bull rush, flip inside. He's got all the moves. And the great thing is, right, he's back next year. He's just going to be
true sophomore.
Yeah, he's going to be incredible next year. But
I'll never forget. Yeah, I'll never forget last fall practice, and I say fall practice, summer practice leading up into the fall, and everybody was saying we got to get this guy off scout team. We can't run offense. He's so disruptive that we can't get things done. And everybody was saying this 31 is going to be something special. Really, and he has lived up to all the billing. All right, we'll continue. Anna Harris is going to be joining us coming up on the other side with rural prevention and as far as rural addiction prevention and what they've got going on next Tuesday, Giving Tuesday, and I've got a GoFundMe set up. We'll tell you more about that, how you can help out, and some other things they've got going on as well. So stay with us as we continue more breakdown of the Iron Bowl as well. In this Iron Bowl Week Tuesday edition, Jay Barker Show live from AVX. We'll be back.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
1 in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option, high-intensity focused ultrasound, or HIFU.
Men who are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve your quality of life. Call 866-4-VITURO or visit VituroHealth.com.
Hi, it's Jay Barker for AVX, Audio Video Excellence. They are the premier provider for custom audio-visual design and installation in the Southeast. AVX seeks excellence in everything it does, including a superior employee experience. AVX offers employees an industry-leading salary, insurance benefits, and 401k options. AVX technicians also receive the highest level of certification and continue training, making it one of the most awarded and decorated companies in the industry. Career opportunities are available now for technicians in Birmingham and Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. Join the AVX team by contacting them at avxinc.com.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. If you're average and you're looking for a new pair of running or walking shoes, I suggest you go to an average shoe store, where they'll sell you a pair of average shoes built for the average person with average size feet. But here's the thing, you're not average. No one is. We all exercise differently. We run differently. We walk differently. And our feet come in all sorts of widths and lengths. That's why at the New Balance Birmingham store, we employ fit specialists who will conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot size and shape, along with your gait, and then determine the best New Balance shoes custom fit to you. Because New Balance isn't your average shoe, and you're not average either. Experience the difference an unaverage custom fit makes today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham, your feet will thank you.
Hi, it's Jay Barker. I want to tell you about my good friends Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker. Go online at bhambroker.com. That's bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Got 7 kids, man, and we had to sell a lot of cars. And these guys are looking for a lot of inventory. They helped us with all the hassle. No stress for us. They did the process as far as the sales and everything. Handled it all the way through. White glove type service. You'll love it. Again, it's bhambroker.com. Sell your car through bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Hi, it's Jay Barker for Siebel's in downtown Homewood, and now's the time to get your special place ready. Come in and let Siebel's design your porch with Kingsley Bait outdoor furniture and one of their custom swinging beds. For the great room, you're going to need their Carson swivel recliner. Siebel's is the #1 Carson recliner dealer in the country, and Sarah and I, we've got one, and we absolutely love it. Be sure also to check out their famous custom-made beds and bunk beds, built by Siebel's and made up with some of their best linens in town. Their staff can truly put your bed together like no other store. You can also follow Siebel's and shop on Instagram and Facebook. And be sure to call or go by their special store in downtown Homewood. The number is 800-448-1962. That's 800-448-1962. And just for listening, go to SiebelsCottage.com and order anything you want and type in Jay Barker for a special discount code. That's Jay Barker for a special discount code available only to our listeners for a limited time on The Jay Barker Show. Siebel's in downtown Homewood or online at SiebelsCottage.com.
It's Antonio Langham here to tell you about the easiest way to buy your tickets to your next high school game. Have you ever had to wait in line to buy a high school ticket or stop to get cash on the way to the game? There has to be a better way. There is. It's called GoFan. Check out GoFan.co the next time you need a ticket for a high school game. GoFan is easy, fast, and completely secure. You can buy tickets directly from your phone and just show the ticket at the gate. Download the GoFan app or visit GoFan.co now. That's GoFan.co.
All right, welcome back in as we continue here. Hour number 2, we got Lars Anderson down at Tide 100.9 FM, our flagship station. Matt Coulter, I'm Jay Barker, joining us in studio now, and really pleasure to have Anna Harris with us. And they've got a great event coming up for great causes, and a great one is the rural addiction prevention and what they're all about. We get Anna to explain that, as well as their Giving Tuesday coming up on November 30th, and they've got a GoFundMe that's set up. We'll get more information on how you can do it. They've set a goal of $10,000 and how you can contribute and be a part of that. But Anna, always great to see you and have you back in studio with us. Thank you for being with us. And if you don't mind, first of all, just tell everybody what the Rural Addiction Prevention Program is all about.
That aims to identify and prevent substance use disorder, specifically in
the rural counties within Alabama. We do it in a number of ways, one being education and training. So whether that's going into local high schools and middle schools and giving them prevention programming to give to their students there, as well as advocacy and community engagement. So we work with the local police departments to do drug take-back days, which allows for people to get rid of their prescription drugs safely, appropriately, as well as get information on preventing substance use disorder. And then a big part of what we're doing is in partnership with Colby Clinic, actually, with identifying people that have substance use disorder or at risk of having substance use disorder and getting them the resources, the treatment, whatever it is that they may need to, get into recovery, bringing them those resources.
Is the rural area, is it tougher there to get people, not to say that they don't want to get help, but to have the resources around them, or I guess more convenient than it is in the bigger cities and areas where you have a lot more, centers like that to get to and to get help?
Absolutely. And that's a big issue across the country. There's a reason you don't see, people at Harvard all struggling with addiction, and you see it a lot in rural communities. It's because they don't have it's lack of resources. And I think a big misconception of addiction is that it's someone made a choice, they're addicted, it's a chemical, they're addicted to it now, where really, and the research, the data backs it up and shows this, it's not, it's a lack of resources from mental health resources. A lot of people that struggle with their mental health, they have depression, things like that, have a higher risk of addiction. And you see that more in rural communities. They don't have access to therapists, to doctors. A lot of the rural counties where we are right now, it can take them an hour just to get to their closest, doc in the box. So it's really a lack of resources. And if you can meet those basic needs that people need to have a fulfilled life, the more fulfilled you feel, the less likely you are to fall into that addiction. And I can go on a whole rant research with rats and the whole thing about that. But it really is just like a lack of resources and a lack of transportation to get to those resources.
Yeah.
So that's really what rural addiction prevention is hopefully aiming to do, is get them to and from where they need to go and get them those resources they need. Maybe it's, I need food. I need a job. I need something to make my life feel whole before they can even get into treatment. So it's really just assessing what they need.
Do you seek, or do they seek you, or is it just, as I would think, a combination of both?
It's definitely a combination of both. I would say right now it's mostly us seeking them. So we're going out into the communities. We're meeting with the community leaders. So whether it's the district attorneys or the principals at the schools or local counselors and physicians within those areas, we're really meeting them to help them be trained on how to identify those that may need help, specifically with physicians. If they have someone come to them and they think, oh, maybe they have a substance use disorder, usually doctors will just say, okay, well, I'm not going to give you your pain medication anymore. And it ends there. That doesn't stop the addiction. They'll go find it somewhere else. So we come in to these physicians and give them the adequate training of not only identifying them, but what's the next step so we can get them treated instead of having them go out into the community and finding it elsewhere.
It's amazing. I've talked to doctors and other people in this, judges that deal with addiction and deal with the drug courts, and the way around it, whether it be through synthetic urine, whether it be through with drug testing. There are people that sit outside the doctor's offices with pills, and they will sell them the amount of pills or rent them the amount of pills that they need to go inside and go, yes, I'm at 15. I'm at day 15, so I've only had 15 pills. And then they come back out, pay the person, or give the pills back. And it's amazing. I mean, it's human nature, right? You try to find out all kinds of ways to get around things. And we have a really good, do a good job of that in a lot of different areas that are good. This one can be really harmful for a lot of people. So really great what you guys are doing, the awareness factor of the rural addiction, as well as, trying to give them those resources. The only way to do it is through funding. And the only way to do it is through getting people involved and people out there that may have been impacted by addiction that are living now in Birmingham and the surrounding areas. I mean, we're all over the state of Alabama. We're on BamaInsider with our YouTube channel. We're down the Gulf Coast, and people are listening and watching. If you've gone through this is a way for you to give back and a way for you to really help others that are going through addiction, especially in these rural areas. So if you don't mind, everybody about the GoFundMe that's coming up on Tuesday, Giving Tuesday, and how they can be a part of it and where they can find the GoFundMe. That the goal is $10,000. So you've set a big goal for the first kind of. This is the first really fundraiser, right, for the for rural addiction prevention programs.
Yes, this is our first big fundraiser so far. I set a very lofty goal, but I believe that we can do it. I think we have a really great community here that is very willing to give. So Giving Tuesday is November 30th. It's a nationwide giving day of giving. And we have set up a GoFundMe, which you can access at rapnow.org, where you can go and donate online to our GoFundMe page. We're really hoping that people will share it with their friends, with their family, any amount, 25 cents, $1, $5. It goes a long way. And 100% of the proceeds are going directly to prevention programming. So hopefully we can meet that goal. We also have set up where people can do teams on our GoFundMe page. And we have said that whichever team raises the most money will get a special little prize. We got some gift cards pulled together and stuff for whichever team can raise the most money. So get a team together, push it on your friends, push it on your family.
and we got the link up for you right now. Josh put it on the screen, and it's got the donate button. Josh, I don't know if you can scroll down a little bit and actually show the actual top as far as where they go online to rural addiction prevention. And again, you can find the donate button there and be a part of that. So again, go online and check that out for yourself and donate and be a part of this. Rural addiction prevention helps rural Alabama communities identify and prevent substance use disorder, SUD, through education, advocacy, and community engagement. And this is a way for you, the community, to engage with them and in the communities that you're from, live, or have family members that are part of this and maybe struggling with addiction. Again, it's Giving Tuesday coming up this November 30th.
What was the website again? Because not everybody's watching. Some are just listening.
rapnow.org. So rural addiction prevention now.org.
All right. Anna, great stuff as always. And good luck. Hope you reach your goal. I think you will.
I think we will too. Thank you very much.
You. Anna Harris, again, joining us from Rural Addiction Prevention, and really great thing going on Giving Tuesday, this Tuesday, the 30th of November. Stay with us. We'll wrap up hour number 2 on this Tuesday edition, and don't forget we'll be off tomorrow, Thursday for Thanksgiving, and back in on Friday, getting ready for the Iron Bowl match.
I got to ask Turkey Day questions when we get back. Okay. We got to have some favorites from Jay and Lars.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
Your home for Alabama Crimson Tide football. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Football season's here. Time to cheer on the home team. Another team you can get behind is BMW of Tuscaloosa, your hometown BMW dealership. Our roster of players is here to ensure you draft the right car. Our starting lineup of new 2021 BMW vehicles is stacked with all-stars, including 7 sports activity vehicles, each crafted to balance dynamic power, spacious interior, and impeccable design in ways only BMW can. Visit BMWofTuscaloosa.com or stop by to get to know your hometown BMW team.
It's Black Friday now at JCPenney. Hurry and shop thousands of the merriest Black Friday deals while they last. Make spirits bright with up to 75% off fine jewelry. Get innovative with sharper image gifts, now up to 50% off. Plus, take home kitchen appliances for $7.99 each after $10 mail-in rebate. Score these deals and more all week long before they're gone. Happy Black Friday, JCPenney. Offers valid on select items 11/22 through 11/28. Conditions and exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
Don't miss a play at the Sportsbook at Pearl River Resort. Your front row seat to all the action. Place bets on all professional and most college sports at the counter, kiosk, or on your phone. Then catch the game on one of our 20 big screens from the comfort of the newly remodeled Timeout Lounge. Plus, the PRR Sports app gives you access to live, in-play sports betting. Sportsbook at Pearl River Resort. Be more than a fan. Be a player. Must be 21.
Dell Technologies' biggest business sale of the year has arrived. Step up your vision with top tech up to 50% off during their Black Friday event. Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. Plus, get incredible savings on Windows 11 PCs, along with servers, monitors, and docks, all with free shipping. There's also special financing with Dell Business Credit. Get started by contacting your Dell Technologies advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
You know when you order a new video game, or a golf club, or a blender, and then it arrives at your door, you get a little thrill. Imagine how much more thrilling it is when you order a new car. With Nissan at Home, you can shop for the perfect ride and order it without ever having to go anywhere. Sure beats a golf club or a blender. Buy a new car entirely online with Nissan at Home. Delivered direct from dealer to driveway. Thrill starts here. Services may vary at participating dealers, subject to applicable law. See dealer for details.
Velvety paper feel, exquisite colors, the stunning scale of a massive storefront banner. At Staples, we sweat the details and quality of every print project. It's what we call our Print Big Promise. We're not only committed to getting your print job right, we're committed to treating your small business like a big deal, to bringing your ideas to life and giving you guidance from start to finish. Stop by Staples today and try our Print Big Promise. You'll be glad you did. Staples, where small business prints big.
Ask big. Have you seen our artisan-created diamonds? If you've been in a room with one, you can't miss it.
Tom Osmond from Fincher and Osmond.
It's a diamond like I've never seen.
And he's seen a lot of diamonds.
Ask big.
At Fincher and Osmond, you can put artisan-created diamonds side by side with mined diamonds. When you see it,
more importantly, when she sees it,
FincherandOsmond.com.
McFarland Boulevard between Edgar's and Local Roots.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
A cool afternoon with a sunny sky. The high today 57. Clear and cold again tonight, the low 32. Tomorrow sunny with a high at 61. For Thanksgiving on Thursday, clouds gradually increasing. The chance of a few showers Thursday night, the high 62. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 57 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Says, what do you think, guys, about Alabama perceiving to get calls from the refs? We talked about that earlier on the show and brought up some of the comments from Bo Nix, who may have created some bulletin board material, but will not be on the field come Saturday for that matchup against the Alabama Crimson Tide. So, but still, the comments are out there. He said them, and we kind of brought that up and talked about it earlier. But we want to talk about Thanksgiving now. We were talking about going into break.
We can address that too, because I think Lars did earlier. He said he thought it was a bunch of bunk. I think it's a bunch of bunk. But Thanksgiving was, and I understand the importance of Christmas, and nothing will ever, match that. But faith, family, football, that's what Thanksgiving's always been to me. That's the way it was in our household growing up. And I love it's my favorite holiday. So I wanted to ask you guys, everybody's got a favorite dish, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want your favorite dish and then something you won't eat. That is a traditional Thanksgiving fare.
Yeah, probably mine. Sweet potato casserole my mom makes with the marshmallows on top, and she gets them roasted just perfectly. And Sarah does the same thing. And then also just turkey and dressing with the gravy. What I don't like is the, oh my gosh, what do you call it? Cranberry sauce.
Yeah,
I don't know cranberry sauce.
I'm not sure I know anybody that does like it. Lars, give me your up and your down
sauce.
there.
I love cranberry sauce.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
to Nebraska.
Yeah,
And you know what I don't
like?
like? I don't like sweet potatoes. Sorry, I'm not a Southerner. No,
I had them the correct way.
I love.
Yeah, sometimes it is how it's prepared.
Well, I've been down here quite a while, and
what about green bean casserole?
I'll take it. Any kind of corn dish, staying true to my roots in Nebraska. I love. I make a mean pumpkin pie, and Matt and I are going to be spending Thanksgiving together at his daughter's house, right? And I'm bringing the pumpkin pie.
That is correct.
And man, and Thanksgiving too, Matt. It's my favorite holiday because it's about enjoying great friends, family, great food. and a heck of a lot of good football.
It's just a warm and fuzzy all day.
Mm-hmm.
I wish everybody would be as thankful 364 other days.
Yeah.
We should really hit a knee and just realize how blessed we are.
Yeah, I think sometimes, and we've all, dealt with this, been as kids or having kids, and just being around family at Christmas, it becomes so commercialized. You're running around trying to get things or buy things, and everybody's worried about, this gift or that gift and all the parties and stuff that are going on and trying to make the party. You don't have Thanksgiving parties really. Like you don't have like you do Christmas parties, right? I mean, you may have some stuff at work or whatever. They may bring food in, but there is, the meaning of Christmas is unbelievable. I mean, it's, everything that we all stand for, but Thanksgiving, it's just simpler. It just seems like,
well put.
It's just, it's just simpler. There's no expectations other than let's cook food, let's get together, let's talk.
You don't have to wrap anything.
Let's have dessert. Let's just get cozy on the couch, watch some football, watch a movie. A lot of people go to movies on Thanksgiving, and
we used to when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Did y'all?
We did. We used to go on Thanksgiving.
Lars, were you a movie guy on Thanksgiving?
No, it was
I think we
always
went on Christmas,
it was
too.
always football. I believe when I was young too, Nebraska, Oklahoma played on Thanksgiving, and then it got moved to the Friday after
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. But yeah, I just have so many wonderful memories with my father and my brother, my mom, as a kid, and been trying to create those memories for my children as well. And it's just like I said, it's and I think you hit on it, Jay, because it's really more about family and loved ones. And Christmas, there's the Christmas parties, and you feel like you have to kind of really prepare for Christmas. You got to do the shopping and the gifts and all that. But Thanksgiving, all you do is just you stuff your face and you enjoy really, really good food. And I always love cooking the turkey. Okay, so what's the biggest turkey you've ever cooked, Matt?
I've never cooked a turkey in my life.
What?
Now, significant others have. I've never cooked. Have you ever baked one yourself?
I have not. I've helped. I've not baked one
I've
myself.
basted them. Does that matter? You just kind of.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, sure it does.
I'm normally the one putting it in the oven.
Is that because it's so big?
So heavy, yeah. But I also love frying. And the reason I've never done a fried. I've eaten them, but I had a guy that did them for us.
Right.
Aldo Greco had a guy that he introduced me to years ago, and every Thanksgiving we'd go get fried turkey from this guy. Unbelievable how good it is.
Well, all right, Mr. Turkey, Nebraska Cornhusker guy. What's the biggest one you've ever cooked?
Probably about 17 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
I love the dressing.
There was
It's gotta
one a couple years ago. Jay and I were handing out turkeys, and I think we've gotten a few free turkeys over the years too.
Hey, have a great Thanksgiving, everybody. We really appreciate you. We're thankful for you each and every day. All right, happy Thanksgiving. Have a great day.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. Achieving your personal best often comes down to how you feel. And when it comes to the right shoes, nothing feels better than New Balance.